He is Muhammad, the best of God's creation. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. How was the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam as a son? How was he as a father? How was he as a grandfather? How was he as a neighbor? How was the Messenger as a friend? How was he as a beloved? How was he as a tradesman? How was he as a learner? And how was he as a teacher? How was he when performing the prayer? How was he when staying up late in worship? How was he in general? How was the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam as a judge? How was he in the markets? How was he amongst the people? How was he in his masjid? And how was he in his house? How was the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam in his house with his wife? He is the Messenger of Allah who was busy with great important matters. He is the Messenger of Allah who spread the religion, and he spread the good civilization. He spread the correct understanding. He spread justice. Despite all of that, he gave his house importance and care. He was very humble. He was very generous. And he was very kind and gracious. How did he eat? How did he drink? How did he stand? How did he sit? And how did he speak? How did the beloved Messenger of Allah smile? How did he prostrate? How did he supplicate? And how did he recite? How did he fast? And how did he break his fast? How did he sleep? And how did he marry? How was he with his wife in his house? And how was he with her outside of the house? How was he with his companions? How was he when he was trading? And how was he with his enemies? How was he when delivering a speech? How was he when hearing a case and judging it? How was he when he was angry? And how was he when he was smiling and content? The Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam is the best creation of Allah. He is our beloved. Despite how busy he was, he used to still delight his wives in his house. He was so nice to them. He was pleasant to live with. Once he entered his house on the day of Eid when the Abyssinians were performing in the masjid. He looked at his beloved wife Aisha radiallahu anha and he said to her, "Would you like to see?" She said yes. She put her face on the Prophet's shoulder and set her cheek to his. She watched the Abyssinians perform until she no longer wanted. The Prophet ﷺ said to her, "Have you had enough?" She said yes. He said, "Then go." This is the Messenger of Allah ﷺ who came with the greatest call. He is the Messenger of Allah. His habits are the best habits, and his norms are the best norms, and his manners are the highest manners. The best of speech is what he articulated. The best walking was the way he walked, and the best sleeping is the way that our beloved Prophet ﷺ slept. Everything about the Messenger of Allah is blessed. He is blessed. His wife was asked about how he was in his house. She said, "His activities were those of other humans. He would repair his sandal, milk his sheep, and stitch his clothing." One of us might ask, how was the house of the Messenger of Allah? What kind of furniture was in that house? How many rooms did this house have? How was the design of this house? How was it decorated? What color was the house? What are the details of the house? So let me tell you, it was a house full of knowledge, faith, and blessing. It was a house adorned with knowledge. It was a house built on wisdom. It was a house whose interior was faith. It was a house from which light comes out. It was a house in which the worldly matters are not sought out. From it came the guidance, and from it spread the knowledge, and from it came forth the light. In the house of the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam, there was a big room. It did not have many rooms. In this house, the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam had a carpet that would be laid out during the day and used as a barrier for privacy in the night to separate one part of the house from the other part. It was a humble house in which the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam lived with his wife. Therefore, for every mother asking, how do I raise my children? For every man asking, how do I treat my wife? For every trader asking, how do I conduct my business? For every judge asking, how should I hear a case and how should I judge my ruling? And for every learner asking, how should I acquire knowledge? And for every teacher asking, how should I educate? The answer is according to the lifestyle and behavior of the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam. The Imams of Islam have written plenty of books filled with details, with benefits that convey to us how the life of the Prophet ﷺ was, how he was as a leader, how he was as a teacher. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ was the most generous. He is the best creation of Allah. Insha'Allah, in this series, we shall talk about many aspects of the life of the Messenger of Allah. Join us.